Dr. Kemi Lawrence, investigative journalist. 2 months local to finally retire. More retire 2019, more retire 2024 for 8 months. And February 9th, 1994. I'm signing out at February 9th, 2025. Mulo rests. Mulo take care of my health, and I'm going to spend time with my children. Mo fẹ́ share video because mo fẹ́ can understand how the system works. And I think the director of public prosecutions in Lagos State government needs to be watching this. Situation Mohbad, it goes in stages. Once the inquest baton, inquest has so into are responsible for equal. Inquest in Nigeria man fall apart. Okay? All inquests fall apart. I'm going to try and do this in Yoruba and English so that everybody will understand in English and Yoruba. Inquests in Nigeria usually falls apart because of the stupid lawyers that are ordering and directing the inquest. Femi Falana is one of them. There are many inquests fell apart to a point. However, you have to understand how the system works in Nigeria. It's very different from America, but it's very, very similar in some areas. Tani case yema loba, Thomas Parin inquest on my determined koto pomo. No case or money when babasi doctor ni negligence. She boy arrest babasi doctor or arrest one she go. Nothing happened. It's like nothing's ever organized in Nigeria. Billionaire need cash frustrated. You guys don't do stuff the way you should do it. Ninu case Mohbad, nkoto sheleni. Thomas she question, oma son koto pa Mohbad. Thomas is son koto pa Mohbad, oma make arrests. Thomas ma make arrests. Then case yema lo sort of DPP. Meanwhile, ọlọ́pàá ń sọ fún àwọn èèyàn ìpè case kúrò lọ́dọ̀ àwọn DPP. In other words, the Nigerian police actually said that the case has left their hands and is now with the DPP. The DPP is the Director of Public Prosecution. The Director of Public Prosecution is now supposed to prosecute the case. DPP prosecute case. No, that will tell arrest, enter arrest, lama trial Adebere. So trial will start. But we cannot go to the DPP and start a trial until we know what killed Mohbad. And we're in that stage where we can't find out what killed Mohbad because people are stalling this whole thing. For example, what did that judge say in September, the anniversary of Mohbad's death? People went to protest outside. Mr. Yomi Fabi took people out there, which was really kind of him, to keep giving the case more awareness. That's one day inquest you're joining. Judge ni oma fun àwọn tí ó wá sí court ni arrest warrants. Tora èèyàn púpọ̀ wá sí court lọ́jọ́ yẹn. Darusha wa, Prime Boy wa, Wumi ò wá. So, in other words, for the non-Yoruba speakers, the judge said she's going to order arrest warrants for whoever doesn't come to court after that September 12th hearing, or 11th. Was it 11th? This is how it's done in America. If you don't come to court, there will be a court warrant, a bench warrant for you. She specifically said that. So when that court hearing came, it's like no one showed up. Darusha came, Prime Boy came. Prime Boy was always there, okay? Because he has to clear his own name. The police defamed him. He must not let that go. Police defame Prime Boy. What do mean by defame? What boruko Prime Boy je? What buy your money je? Omo yen den try to carve out life here pada. Because one move as wanted kiniko one pin e pe on lo pa Mohbad ko se koko now. Se bo no gbagbe si club àbí ton ti ṣe ayẹyẹ. Tí ó bá ṣe Cubana chief priest kò ní sí níbi tó wà at the right time. Wọ́n gbé bag ẹ lọ Mohbad mi gbogbo wọn. O miss right here now. Kò bá wọn délé. In other words, what I'm saying is that Prime Boy never even got to the house with them because they left him. They drove away accidentally. His bag was in the car and he wanted his bag. He wanted to come get the bag, but Wunmi wouldn't let him come to the house because Wunmi had killed Mohbad. So, everybody did not show up. Let me tell you who did not show up. Sam Larry did not show up. Naira Marley did not show up. The nurse did not show up. Wherever she is, Kutonu or Nigeria, she didn't show up. Wunmi didn't show up. People are not showing up. And this judge did not issue the bench warrants. Ibi tí wàhálà mi wà nìyẹn. Ẹ̀yin tí wá gbọ́ Yorùbá ibi tí wàhálà mi wà nìyẹn. Àwọn tí ó bá show up ó lóun máa arrest gbọ́n kò arrest ẹni kankan. Kò sí arrest warrant. So because of that, Everything is on a standstill. Meanwhile, Baba Mohbad, hire public investigator, or he was trying to hire one. One saying gbogbo toxicology Mohbad, one saying they lost in UK, I believe, or somewhere in Europe. Taiwo Dumosu, the lawyer that's handling Baba Mohbad, I don't know if he's still there now. Only facilitated gbogbo. So the results in one bad day, one compare multi-state. However, in Qatar release, 30 states still release there. It's fake. Now state one, okay, we're finally going to release it. That's October. Kilo stopping. But because this time we do saw lawyer Baba Mohbad, Nikbe, I will already go to investigate case from top to toe. But I will see areas of Nigeria, northern Nigeria, northeast towards that Borno, all of our investigators in there. But all those investigators had the same thing to say. One, this case is manipulated and controlled by powerful forces that won't get involved in. Imagine, you know those northern Nigerian private investigators, those ones that used to be in SARS, those really deep police kind of detectives, they didn't want to take the case because they said there are powerful forces behind that case. They knew the powerful forces. I heard that one investigator said, as hard as I am as an investigator, I love my family and I don't want anything to happen to me. And you take control Nigeria. Then control Wumi. Ti Wumi pa Mohbad. They control it forever. These things can, they cannot sit forever. Whatever you sow, you will reap. Kon pa Mohbad lason. They hide the murderer. Everybody's scared. That's why no investigative journalists even touch this case. Every time I touch, I'm flee Nigeria and to case or monitor on leak number, my phone number, don't threaten me. I left Nigeria for the people. Nigeria and see. It's not in shambles. She a bag of rice, bag of beans. Nigeria is not in shambles. The video come paroni now. So I'll enjoy your all you know is sitting on social media abusing people, abusing Kemi, abusing everybody. Kilomu Karimo solo in life. Ipe wọ́n ti pay ọlọ́pàá heavily. Ipe Wumi àti Darusha ti pay ọlọ́pàá heavily. Kilomu sọ? In every nonsense there's sense. Ṣé bí kò tó pé nonsense nìyẹn? Èèyàn náà ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe bí sense nìyẹn. Judicial terrorism. I was just talking about that. In the way they're treating Nnamdi Kanu in the prison. At the end of the day, is this not judicial terrorism? An inquest judge cannot even issue arrest warrants for people to come to court. The nurse didn't bother because the nurse knows the truth that Mohbad was already dead before she got there. People were crying outside. The neighbors of that house told me this. 2 neighbors I interviewed secretly. So she just went there for nothing. Although the implication Tony Yabo Joe was there, one she would be. Hey, Mohbad might be case yo. Mohbad might be case yo. Me or more one who miss Loyin Feniko and everything. At the end of the day, I don't care. That's not my problem. My problem is that she needs to be arrested. And this case needs to go to the DPP and prosecuted. And this inquest needs to come. Inquest is just a way to slow up stuff. Mr. Atiku, DCP Atiku, he took a lot of that case to the grave. But one thing I can say is that Otisoni no email. Kemi Olunloyo is possibly the best investigative journalist in this country. She has solved the case. November 30th, 2023, 1 year ago. Mohbad, call on Forunke, body yellow and mortuary, Otidoke. Call on Forunke, Baba Mohbad. Eba me accept condolences Mohbad once again. Okay, VDM say pe case Mohbad ti parí ó ti ṣe tán ó lọ hang around pẹ̀lú àwọn Naira Marley àti Zinoliski àbí nǹkan. Normally I would say this, you shouldn't hang around with anyone that's involved in that case. Okay, pictures tell 1,000 words. Tó bá ya photo pẹ̀lú èèyàn burúkú wọ́n á ní ọ̀rẹ́ ẹni. So I don't think VDM should have gone to hang out with the Malians yet, because he did a lot of what they call discovery on that case, as well as me. DNA ò tí wọlé fọ́mọ Wùmí. Ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ ló fàjà o àtọ̀rọ̀ Canada. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má gbàgbé pé Mohbad bẹ Polo kó bá wọn file asylum kó ń dúró ní UK o. Nǹkan kan bà Mohbad lẹ́rù ni o. Wọ́n fẹ́ pa Mohbad ní Nigeria and he knew, and he was trying to stay in the UK during that concert. Èmi ti sọ tèmi o. Kọ́lọ́run fọ̀run kẹ́ Mohbad. I'll talk when I need to talk.